So totally random. Totally random because I'm like, I'm off of this model thing. You guys you wouldn't have gone too far. So right now, totally random. No, what's your favorite food?
I want a chicken and ting and molten or red was DT still kind of like Caribbean all the way.
What you said just now?
That I'm on a chicken and ting and molten or a Roy was DT Caribbean food all day long.
Got you. Okay.
So is it a jerk? Hold on, sorry. Is it a jerk chicken, fried chicken?
Nah, it's the barbecue thing, especially in summertime after Cabana.
Yeah, cool, no.
I'd say, boy, I don't know. Either curry goat.
Yeah.
Either curry goat. But the thing is, I'm different though. I'm different with it because I like Italian food, so I like lasagna and stuff.
Too. So do I.
My favorite food was like techie, but I'm gonna have to go for. Oh no!
All right, you got it.
I got it. Alright, cool. My favorite, has to be ackee and saltfish, green banana, boiled dumpling. Has to be boiled dumpling.
Why? And hot food. Okay, that's how you're feeling.
Is my
You see,
it's a strong back thing. That's what it is.
You see, that's I was just about to say them food there. You gotta get the girl them in a certain situation, eh?
Favorite food of all time has to be hard food.
You know what's so mad? I'm Jamaican and I never had ackee and saltfish.
Pardon? Are you allergic to fish?
No, I've never had it in my life. It
you just never had it. It doesn't. I don't
nice. Rock with it either. Still, I don't like ackee.
It's a national dish. You need to taste it at the very least, Steve.
Yeah, he does. He definitely does.
I'm not talking to you.
Yeah.
Some people just can't do ackee right though. That's what it is.
That's the other thing too.
But Trap, what's your ties to Toronto? Because it seems like you know a lot about Toronto. Like telling me about Wonder Girl in certain competitions. Like,
you know what it is? It's just, I'll tell you what it is. I'm a lover of good music, and I don't like saturation. I hate it when everyone sounds the same, sounds similar. And there was a time when there was no one coming out of the six. You know what I'm saying? No one. And the only people that was really coming out of the six like that was Drake, Tory Lanez, Justin Bieber, The Weeknd, and Party Next Door. There was just 5 people at one point. Justin Bieber, no one really knew. It's only when you just mentioned, oh yeah, I'm Canadian. And it's like, oh yeah, you're actually Canadian. You know what I'm saying? Tory Lanez, like, yo, like, I'm Canadian. It's like, oh yeah, you're actually Canadian. You know what I'm saying? You forget. So it's like, but I was listening to Tory Lanez when he dropped, just before he dropped Chicks Tapes 1.
Mm-hmm.
Back when he done, what was the name of that mixtape where he's got the where he's sitting on the step with the 40 ounce?
I wouldn't be able to
remember that. I remember that. I remember the cover of that, but I know covers. I don't know names.
Yeah, but anyway, that mixtape was what got me started listening to him. Certain tunes like Henny in Hand, you know what I mean? Big tunes. So, and that was, I can't even tell you the date on that one there, but early Drake, So Far Gone Drake, just before Thank Me Later came out. I was listening to him from then. I was listening to The Weeknd from, he done the Trust Issues remix.
Mm-hmm.
That's early Weeknd, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And before, Weeknd, sorry.
When Party Next Door, just before he dropped Party Next Door 1, back when he only had like certain tunes out, he had a cover to the one tune by Joe, Table for Two. That tune got me onto Party Next Door. Then he dropped Party Next Door 1, and then EBH and What's Good and Curious, and them kind of tunes got me hooked to that sound. And then that whole sound became the sixth sound. You know what I'm saying? Party Next Door was the sound of the six. Everyone that came out after Party Next Door was either trying to be like Drake, like Party Next Door, or like The Weeknd. You know what I'm saying? He was only trying to be like the people. Only people that was outside of that mold was like Tory Lanez, who does everything. You know what I'm saying? And he does everything well. So it's like, cool. Then you've got to look at it like the producer side. I was looking at producers from way before the artists. Boy Wonder, 40. Who else? Wonder Girl, but the producer camp thing. What else? Just the sound, man. Just the sound that you guys have is different, and it's so like I listen to artists in the six and I'm like, I know what they're talking about without knowing what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite tunes out of the six is Tutu and what's his name?
Tutu and Tank.
And Tutu.
The Zelda Blanco. That's my
That track is fire.
So hold on. That's crazy because that song came out like what 2-3 years ago, and for somebody in the UK telling, like, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy to me to just see how far Toronto music has come. Because, bro, again, for you to know an underground banger like that, to me, that's crazy, bro.
The thing is, to me, that shouldn't even be an underground banger. That song was real. You know why it was so real? Because they were just talking gritty the whole way through. Even just the video attracted man to the whole thing, because it was like they had the cast out, they had the girls from the telly in the video. Like they was even in the they was showing us. Cool. Let me give you the I'll give you the UK example of that kind of song. It would be like
I would think like 6-7 Let's Alert.
Nah. It'd be like Blade Brown. Blade Brown, when Blade Brown, the reason why Blade Brown is respected in the UK as highly as he is because when he raps, you understand what he's talking about, but I've never lived a day in his life. Do you know what I'm saying? He talks about his workers and how much they get paid, and you're like, I want to be your worker. Do you know what I mean? Like,
no, for real, bro. You know about Blade Brown?
No, I don't. And I'm gonna listen to him.
Go and search Blade Brown. He's talking some real stuff.
I'll definitely do it because I'm on my UK heavy. So that's funny how I've never heard him yet.
That old school Blade Brown and old school Jay Spades from the East.
I've heard of Jay Spades.
Jay Spades is one of the main guys from the UK, which is why hip hop is even popping. Yeah, them and Mashtown. Mashtown's from Hackney.
Yeah.
So that's what Margs, Asco. If you heard of Asco, who else? Tricky, but they was like heavily hip hop when
Hypo.
It was hip. They was
Hypo.
It was hip hop before it was hip hop. It was grime these days. Everyone was doing grime, jumping on grime beats. Wiley, Skepta, Chip. You know what I mean? But they was the only ones doing hip hop, and then Gigs came with Talking the Hardest. That
top the whole of London when that dropped.
Everyone switched to doing hip hop after Gigs came out, and then I'll tell you what changed it. I'll tell you what changed hip hop across the world. Yeah, and no one has given him his roses, and that's Ace Hood, Hustle Hard. Yeah.
Ooh.
Everyone changed their flow, their beats, everything. That whole era changed to the Lex Luger type beats and that kind of flow.
Mm-hmm.
No one was coming with the Ace Hood flow before Ace Hood came with it. You know what I'm saying? Throughout the whole track. They might have had a little bit, but not throughout the whole track. And what he was saying, he was preaching and giving you real stuff. He was giving you trap, he was giving you real.
Yeah, I heard when Ace Hood made that he was homeless, and that tune was the tune. He asked Cali for some money in it, and Cali said, "Make this song, it'll change your life," or something like that.
And then Jay Spades done a cover, and everyone in the UK was banging the Hustle Hard remix. Then everyone's got a Hustle Hard remix. It was about 10 rappers with Hustle Hard remixes. Even I had my own Hustle Hard remix on my piece. You know what I'm saying? There's certain tunes
so
remix.
Those are facts. There are just some songs that you just have to remix. Here's my question for you, because you went to Hustle Hard and you said you had a remix. So how long have you been making music?
Cool. I've been making music. Do you want to know just for the love of it or proper making music?
When did you start taking it seriously first? Like, when did you start taking it seriously?
I started taking music seriously when my school got basically like a music fund, and they got like all new equipment. They got like a whole bunch of Macs. They had Logic on there and all kinds of things. So it was like when that came, I was already used to Logic at that point, but they had the newer version. I was working on the old version on my PC from like the age of 8. My dad just had it there in the box room, so it was like I was always
so just to put a pin in that, so you're saying that you were making music from like 8?
Yeah, I was like, because I grew up in church, so my dad was part of the band, so it was like he played piano, so he was always like doing rehearsals. I had to go with him to rehearsals.
Were you in the choir?
No, I wasn't in the choir, but I played the drum.
Okay. All
so
right.
the drummer always used to be late. So I used to fill in. I used to love playing drums, so I used to fill in. Because I was so good, they just ended up saying, yeah, just be the drummer in church. So I was like age 7, slapping up the drums in church. So I always had the rhythm and the music in me. So age 8, 9, I'm in my house and whatever. My dad makes little R&B tunes upstairs and whatever, you know what I mean? Just out of hobby. But he was just like, yeah, just press certain keys, showed me different chords, showed me like different things to click, and this is how you make a track. And then from there, he just left me on my ones to just figure it out for myself. And then obviously fast forward, school now must have been what, 13, 14, and this is when funky house was like a major thing. Like funky house was coming through the ranks. So I'm like, fuck it, man's gonna make a little funky house tune at home. I don't remember what I called it, but I put it on my phone, came to school the next day showing people. I'm like, I've got a funky house song, and people was like, oh, this is actually kind of all right. Back in the days, you had the Bluetooth thing, so I just sent it to people's phones, and they had it on their phones and whatever. And then they was like, nah, like, you're actually kind of good. Like, you made the beat. I'm like, yeah. So I'm in school. We had a little studio. It was like a small room, and just had one computer in there and speakers. And I'd go in there lunchtime, break time, after school, before school, doesn't matter when. I'll go in there and get my grind on. Oh, what happened? Can you see me?
Yes.
Yeah, you're good.
Came off the back. So I used to go in there and just make beats, but we didn't have no mic. So you know that the old school Macs had the mic in the top. I had to record in the top, just put my voice onto tracks, and then mix it like that. So it was sounding way different. You know what I'm saying? So it was like cool, but so the majority of the time it was just beats. I was the only kid in school with like 90 beats on his profile. Everyone else had like little things that they made in class. I had like 100 and something files. That to the point where the teacher was like, "You have to like, get a hard drive because we can't." It's on the thing. And I had to delete certain things, beats and whatever. But where I really started taking it serious was when my same brethren that I said is doing the 30 bid. We was in class one day, and he just said to me, "Bro, do this music thing and take it far because you've got a talent in it." You know what I'm saying? Like lunchtime, I would have all the older children in my studio room listening to my beats, doing freestyles from 2 years above me. So it was like that's when I said, I'm doing this thing. And I had a little collective, me and my friends, who was rapping, writing our little raps, doing whatever. And we was like, we're gonna blow. From then, I've not let go of that dream. So that's where it all started for me, really.
Dope. How did you and Flash link up?
That same story, you see that same story where I said the girl was upstairs with the man doing the Mazzoline? Same shit is when I met Flash.
But it's the maddest thing is me meeting Trap, yeah? When you man finish, Trap has got a song, yeah, that speaks to all black women, yeah? This song is so sick, yeah? It's on Spotify, and you can go and listen to it now. It's called Menelin, yeah? Right? And that track was the anthem of 2018 for me, yeah? So I always knew this guy was talented, yeah? But it's me, I'm a man of timing. You get me? So I ain't seen bro before Do-Rag, I ain't seen bro in 2 years. Maybe 2 years, 3 years, yeah? But he just shows my support, get me, send my music, I'll listen to it. You know what I mean? It was just like, you know, the online support because you know someone. With then Do-Rag came on, we made do-rag and Defas in quarantine. We didn't even see each other.
Okay.
You feel me? Like Defas was was on FaceTime.
Only watching us on the West End,
You feel me? And he doesn't even have a proper mic stand. He held the mic and a sock, and they made Defas.
What?
You know what I mean?
Wait, rewind. Come again. You put your
That's that.
microphone in a sock. You'll find. I'm writing that down.
I would get it out and show you, but
That's that hood ish.
No, I like that. I'm ready. I wrote that down because I'm probably gonna do
Improvise.
that.
You gotta
I'm gonna do that.
improvise.
Don't worry.
I would use a sock.
Mm.
I ain't got a mic stand. I hold a handheld,
That's what's up.
techy stuff. But
And record all the DJ drops in the car for close sound.
your car is the same as a booth.
Pretty much.
Oh,
if you think about it,
you're so
about
right.
it,
You can shout in your car. There's no echo.
you see how that ding came on right there? It's like like the flashlight.
That's my girl messaging me.
Look at that.
Oh, you answered one of our uncut questions. Oh
You
man.
did. It's okay.
What? Was that one of the questions?
It is, but we'll get there.
All right.
Okay, so that's how you guys met. So you guys met at the shoot.
Yeah,
And
oh, no, sorry.
So-
One thing I've got to disclose about melanin, yeah, before.
Oh.
It's my only chance to actually mention melanin. For those that know that there was a music video, yes, there was a music video. I took it down. The reason why I took it down is because it didn't go the way that I wanted it to go. The reason why it didn't go the way I wanted it to go is because black people don't know how to show up. Yeah? No. I made a whole song, yeah, about melanin. Not just melanin in black people, melanin as what it is. It's described on Google. It says a pigment, yeah? I even put the description of what melanin is at the beginning of the video. And invited 30 girls to come down and be part of a photo shoot where I wanted.
Yo, we don't want YouTube to mash us up, eh? We don't want YouTube to mash us up.
come on, give us a chance.
I was plugging.
I got it.
I invited about 30 people, right? And it's from white girls to mixed race to black because I wanted to show unity. The song was about unity. There's even references in the song where I'm talking about white girls in reference to cocaine and she won't peddle it because she's a good girl. So I'm saying in the thing, it's just bigging up women in general, all shapes and sizes. I wanted all shapes and sizes in the video. Even at the end of the video, I had my cousin in a jacket that said equal something, I don't remember, equal rights or something with a peace sign in multicolored jeans jacket. You know what I'm saying? That was meant to be about melanin, not just black people. Melanin, because you've got melanin in dogs, in animals. So it's like, it's a unity thing. People took it further than it needed to go and was like, there wasn't that much black girls in the video. All because only 4 or 5 out of the 30 that I invited actually showed up. Including my aunt and her people didn't show up. You know what I'm saying?
I would have told them F him and still drop the video, bro. If that's your opinion, that's your opinion. I would have kept it out. I would have been like, yo, that's your opinion, but you know what your message that you were trying to get out. You know what I'm saying?
But basically, the whole moral of that was Flash was talking about melanin and about it being his anthem, and it's like that's what made me kind of Flash the long way because he showed support to something and he understood something that the way I wanted him to understand it.
Music, I just see music as something. If you got good music, you got good music.
Word. Okay, but there's something I wanted to bring up. You kind of spoke about it earlier, Chap. So you said, obviously the UK took the drill sound from Chicago, right? And obviously New York is killing this drill stuff right now.
Yeah.
But I feel like the UK sound is totally, like the UK drill sound is totally different from the Chicago sound. And I feel like New York is more taking what UK is doing more with the beats and the style kind of rapping wise.
Mm-hmm.
And they're kind of using that more than you guys did with the Chicago sound. Now, I might be wrong, but you guys want to both give me your opinions on that?
Flash, go first.
I feel like the UK, we're just telling you a story. Do you know what I mean? We're telling you how it is over here. If you really listen to some of these UK artists, what they're saying, you're not being from here, like, they're really showing you, because a lot of Americans come over here and think, oh, it's just tea and crumpets. Tea and crumpets, it's just, you know, central London. But they don't realize, like, yo, there is the dunya right here. You feel me?
Mm.
Not everyone's from the dunya, but there is a dunya right here, and you have to listen to what some of these men are saying. And so, because they're shining nice, bro, if you look back at some of these rappers from before they were shining, before they were popping, and how they dressed, you can always tell a rapper that's doing well, yeah, and is getting money from how they dress.
But I'm not even speaking more like them doing well per se. I'm more speaking the sound, like musically. Like when I hear man's like Chip, Skepta.
Remember, they've come from grime, the grime era. So drill is just, to do drill is easy because you coming from pirate radio. Yeah, pirate radio, spitting in a room with 20 men trying to grab that mic.
No, but this is the thing, though. This is the thing that I'm gonna say about drill, and you guys are right in terms of us taking the sound from Chicago and changing it. But early on, it never changed. If you listen to early 6-7, it's slower. Like right now, drill, for it to be drill, has to be 140 BPM, which is the same tempo as grime, and it has to have that off pattern beat pattern, right? So it would be like that boom, ka, ka, boom, boom, boom. But it's basically almost like a bashment drum pattern on a grime beat. See what I'm saying? When you
so explain that too. So is that the difference between grime and UK drill? Because like maybe I'm getting both of these confused. Like
I'll tell you what happened with UK drill in the early years. Chief Keef came out with his stuff, and then you had the whole Fredo Santana, and you had, who else did you have from over there? You had a few people, SD. And
Little Reese and them.
And their beats was kind of slower drill, but they was talking about some stuff. See what I'm saying? Where obviously it came over and we was like, yeah, we listened to that. Everyone was banging Chief Keef and Gucci Mane, and you know what I'm saying? We was banging that heavy, but because we literally just came from grime, we literally, like, within the same 10 years, we've gone from grime being the main thing to it being gigs is coming out with Talking the Hardest. You've got people like Blade Brown, Jay Spades, and you've got the whole hip hop movement. And then now Chief Keef. So it was like, what do we do? It's like, alright, cool. Let's just go back to our thing, innit? Which is 140 BPM, lyrics, and we'll just use that same influence. So then you had 6-7 coming up with tunes like Let's Lurk. Let's Lurk was the first drill tune to be in the blueprint of the modern day drill tune. After Let's Lurk, everything followed Let's Lurk.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was like the sound had to sound dark. You know what I'm saying?
Michael Dapper took the Let's Lurk beat and went global with it.
And went global with it. I was the first Canadian person to repost or post Michael Dapper. That was my guy, bro.
Here's the thing. Everyone else across the world was like, Michael Dapper, man's not hot. And all of that, loving it. You see me? See if that song comes on in the club? What am I doing?
Chilling. You want to hear Let's
What
Lurk?
is he saying?
Well, I don't care about this song. I don't care about Michael Dapper. I don't care how many views it's got. I don't care about the numbers. You look and have your fun, smile, jump up and down all day. I don't care. Do you know why? Because I like originality. It's not his beat and it's not his tune. And he's taken it and gone further with it. Round of applause to him. Now play Let's Lurk for me and let's see what response we'll get.
Did he ever give 6-7 like shout out for that? He ever like, yo, shout out 6-7 for the beat? Or
6-7 is the reason why he was even able to do it in the first place, because he done a little comedy video with them. Right?
Yeah.
And he done the and it was funny. Then he put it on the tune and came with the tune. You know what I'm saying? So, and they brand me out on stage at one of their performances to do the same thing, the funny thing. Yeah, it was a joke. And he took it serious and it went far. So it's like, cool. You know, everyone can big up the joke, but I'm not bigging up the joke. I'm not in this thing for banter. There's people like me that have been grinding in this game with talent. And there's a lot of talented people in the UK. I'm going to go back to the drill part, but there's a lot of talented people in the UK that don't get their shine because it's just not gimmicky enough.
Good music don't sell nowadays. Everyone wants the fugazi shit, i.e., like, for example, and you're probably going to get into the Defo stuff, but Defo's got a better response than Durag, but Durag's the anthem.
The better, I don't care. It's me on the track. Durag's the better tune, yeah? So I'm saying, it's the guy that made the tune.